Well, good day, folks. NBWildman here again. Just wanted to show you a quick little setup here of a snare setup I have going. Pretty simple setup. Good way to take a couple coyotes, couple foxes, each one of these sets. I normally set 8 to 10 of these during snaring season here in New Brunswick. It's snaring season till the end of February, so it gives you lots of time after your pail sets are done for raccoon, things like that. I'm in a little bit of a clearing here, and what I've done is I've left one coyote body or one bait body. Sometimes I use beaver, fox, whatever I have available, and I've left it out in the middle of the opening. And the reason I do this is because you want to get the crows and the birds onto your bait as soon as possible. As soon as the crows get on your bait, the fox and coyote will get on your bait as well. So I leave one right out in the middle of the opening. You might want to make sure you have the landowner's permission. Check with the landowner. It does sometimes leave a few bones. I will always come back to each bait set in the springtime and clean up any big bones or problems like that are around, but I have the landowner's permission here, so it's not a problem. So I leave one body out in the wide open, and that's basically a gift. I give that to the crows, to the coyotes, to whatever it is wants to eat it. And then directly into the wood edge, probably 10 to 15 yards, is where I'll actually set the bulk of my bait set up. A little bit of water here to step across, and then I always choose an inroad to my bait. It's a pretty simple setup. I use about a dozen snares at each spot, minimum. This one I think has 14. I set a pretty simple snare, just a 10-inch loop, 12-inch loop, wired off, 10 inches off the ground. That'll usually get you all the fox and coyotes you need at that 10-inch mark. So I step into the woods here a little bit, and as you can see, what I've done is I've taken, before I set any snares, and I've built small little holes. There's a snare there, and you can see that I've blocked off some of the areas but left very clear lanes like this one open, so that anything approaching, see there's a bunch of sticks and things in the way here, and there's a small tree that's down here, and then a very clear little opening where things can come and go. And I've done that in an entire circle the whole way around my bait. Now what I'll do, I've got some bait here on the ground, some old deer scraps and a couple of coyote bodies. I usually use a beaver body if I've got one handy. And the only other thing that makes this unique in any way is here, over here you've got some snare setups here with some little holes as we come through, little bait sets. I always nail one something to the tree. Now this just happens to be a coyote body that I've got here, and I always nail it to the tree. I nail it up high. There's normally more bait at each one of these sets than what you're seeing here now, but I start out until the crows actually get on the bait. I just use a little bit, make sure there's fox and coyote in the area if there's not any tracks. Reason I nail one thing to a tree, I always want there to be some bait there. And you'll find sometimes, especially in my area, that you'll get bald eagles or golden eagles that will be able to pick up large chunks of your bait and take it away. So I've made it a point to nail something to the tree so there's always some bait there. It'll have to work hard to get that off the tree. Most things aren't able to. And I've got most of the inroads blocked with snares. So just a quick little simple setup. And the more bait you have at each one of these stations, obviously the more smell and the more attracted they will be for the fox, coyotes, and bobcat. But 8 to 10 of these sets out in different locations, usually going to net you a couple coyotes, couple fox at each one of these sets, and pretty simple to do. Just a dozen snares, and you build these little trails in and out. A little skiff of snow will take my tracks away, and then it'll be good as gold. Anyway, just a quick look at a snare setup. For more great hunting, trapping, shooting videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give us a like, send us a comment. Happy to hear from you and give you an answer if I can. NBWildman out.